Chapter 8. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Methegammah out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab, and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground, even with 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants, and brought gifts. And David smote also Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, as he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 700 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. And David hewed all the chariot horses, but reserved of them 400 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadadezer, king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants of David, and brought gifts. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Betah and from Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, King David took exceeding much brass. Then Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadadezer. Then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer and smitten him, for Hadadezer had wars with Toi. And Joram bought with him vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto the Lord, with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all nations which he subdued, of Syria, and of Moab, and of the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David gat him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom, throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants, and the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder, and Zadok the son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar were the priests. And Seraiah was the scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over both the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and David's sons were chief rulers. This chapter marks the first time since the children of Israel came into the promised land where they actually are in control of all the territory that was promised to Abraham. And David is the one who leads the military arm of the children of Israel. He's now the king, secure in the king. He started reigning when he was 30. At about 37, 38, he becomes king of all Israel. And he is able then to take the men of war and go and deal with all of the individual groups of people who have from time to time attacked Israel to try and steal the food or whatever else that they did. And we see that, just to give you an idea of who attacks. Jerusalem is in the mountains about 2/3 of the way across Israel from the Mediterranean Sea to the Jordan River, and about halfway north and south. From there, he goes to the west towards the Mediterranean Sea to the coastal plain, and he attacks and deals with and finalizes the Philistines. They're never a problem anymore. Then to the south of them are the Amalekites, and he deals with them. Gone, history. Okay. Then around the bottom end of the Dead Sea, what we call the Dead Sea, is the territory, and to the east of it, the bottom end and east of it, is the Edomites, who are distant relatives. Then north of the Edomites, on the east side of the Dead Sea, is Moab. That's the place where Ruth and Naomi were living before they came back to Israel. And then north of them were the children of Ammon. And then further north of them, quite a ways, up towards Syria, in the area of Mount Hermon, which may be 125 miles north of Jerusalem, are some other groups of people that he has to deal with. And that is I can't remember exactly the name, that is basically the whole of all of the people that have occupied the land. He's already gotten rid of the Jebusites who occupied Jerusalem. And so all of the tribes, all of the people that the Lord wanted cleansed from the land are now all gone. And so now Israel is really Israel. And it's been 300 years since they entered the Promised Land. Maybe a little more. But it's finally there. And he's getting treasure from some of these cities. He's getting gold shields from some. Other people are giving him tribute, of giving him brass and silver and gold and other things. And he's starting to accumulate the treasures that will go into the temple when it is built by his successor. And apparently he spent the last 20, 30 years of his life accumulating these things so that when Solomon, who it turned out was going to be the builder of the temple, was going to build it, not only did Solomon able to use his own wealth, but he was able to use all the things that his father David had accumulated to be used and to be made into things to be used in the temple.